Good morning, everyone. Today we'll continue Siman Reish, Ayin Bet, Seif Tet, and Seif Yud. We're talking a practical place. I'm traveling. I don't have wine, no grape juice. That I could do in Hamar Medina, or not means drinks that in the country everybody accepts it. So how you describe Hamar Medina? You know, some people say that it's a mashke choshev, respectable drink. That's how you describe Hamar Medina. Some people describe that you could give it in front of guests, like tea, coffee, you know. Some people say what? That it makes you like wine, you know, that it satisfied you. Some people say, Shulchan Aruch says that it's a SheHaKol or other type of mashkin that most of the people in the city that they do the meals on it. But anyhow, that Hamar Medina means the way the Mishnah Brurah says that what? That is, when you don't have wine in the whole city, and only SheHaKol, like beer. There's beer. And they say about several views on it. Since in Kiddush and Avdallah, the halacha is that you have to have wine. But what happens if you don't have wine? So it's better to do on bread or to do in Hamar Medina. What happened? 4 cases of wine is also the same thing. When you're stuck someplace, what do you do then? You can use Hamar Medina or not. So this is the halacha. We'll stop. B'makom she'en yain matzui, a place there's no wine, yesh omrim shemekatchen al SheHaKol. SheHaKol, so it's bought, or beer, or anything that is accepted in the area. Mushar mashkin, chutz min hamayim, and also we'll see milk also is not, and anything that is not really, people drink it letzimoin, that's something else. You don't drink it letzimoin. V'yesh omrim she'en mekatchen. Some people hold that we don't make Kiddush. V'harosh, okay, balayla lo yikadesh al SheHaKol, ela al הפס, ובבוקר יויסר טוב לקדש על SheHaKol. שבו חלוב SheHaKol, קודם ברכת HaMotzi. שאם בורך על הפס תחילו, אין כאן שום שינוי בדברי טעם. So we have 3 views in the Ramah. First view is what? That if we talk about when there's no wine, so the first view is what? That you could be mekadesh in other types. Doesn't make a difference what? In the day or in the night. Doesn't make a difference. The second view, you should not do only wine. If you don't have wine, so then you don't do other types of drink. Or you could do in bread. But the third view says it depends. At the night, it's better to do wine. At the day, you could do another mashkin. And it's bought in the Rashdam that they used to do mashke like whiskey, cognac, whatever it is. And if you hold, even if it was a small cup, less than loy lugma, it also was good. Since it's so hard to drink, and they used to drink it, you know, it's like a shot. So mele the matir in a case like that, even less. And they still amazing people in the world. That's the way they do it. Semich and the Rashdam. Hagoy. Rosh. That's if you don't have wine. What happens if you have wine in the city? So then what? That's the Rama says, don't do in the pot. If you have wine, why? Because the Choshesh that the Rabbi Mutam, that he says that you don't make Kiddush at all in pot. So that's why we'll be talking about this shit that's Rabbi Mutam. But Lamaisa, if it's wine in the city, but let's say it's expensive, that's cool. In the city, that's for sure you have to, then wine is first according to that view. But if you have wine, so then for sure it's better you doing the wine. If he doesn't like wine, if he doesn't have wine, then it's a different thing. Let's say he made a vow, that's why he doesn't drink wine. Yachol what? So then the din is what? Yachol lekadesh alav. So then what he does, he makes a Kiddush on it, and other people could drink. If we get drink, so a lot of times people don't like it, it's not healthy for them, so they Kiddush on the wine, and they drink a little bit, and then they give them a subim, other people together, they drink together. What happens if he's alone? You Kaddish al apat v'la, so then it's better he doesn't do the wine, because since wine is motzui, so it's better he does what? He does on the bread, and doesn't do on the wine. Or, it's another thing, Yishma me'achirim. If there's other people with him, so let him to hear from someone else the Kiddush, and then, but if he's alone, let's say, so let him to do on the bread, that's what comes out. Yeah? Yeah. So this is one halacha. The next halacha is halacha yud. We want to talk about what? It's continuation, yeah? When you want to drink wine before Kiddush, you do the Kiddush. You have to make after bracha now. Or let's say you made a Kiddush and you want to drink wine in the meal itself. Do you have to make Kiddush or not? Again, and you have to make boy paragofen or not? Birkas yain shel Kiddush poteret yain shebetoch hasuda. It removes all that. Ve'ino ton brocha le'achov. You know, the Birkas hamazon poteret. Ben shu ala kos, ben shu ala kos. V'ain le'el b'simil kufa in dalet sivo. So the Maisa comes out. Birkas hamazon, when you say Birkas hamazon, removes the wine before the Kiddush. Even the why? Because the Kiddush himself is letzorech suda, so it's part of the suda. That's its poiter. And for sure, if you drink wine in the meal, it also removes the obligation. What happened if you didn't drink wine in the meal? Still removes the obligation, because even though just the Kiddush, some people don't drink in the meal. But or let's say you did the wine towards Birkas Hamazon, it's also poiter. But after Birkas Hamazon, let's say you had kosher broche, then for sure you have to make a brocha ala michim, because that's not connected, because it was before that. And after Birkas Hamazon you drink because the kosher broche, then for sure you have to do brocha ala michim separate. I want to wish everyone a good day today.